Great. So if you don't mind doing a couple of introductory words again, sorry about that.
Okay. So start from the beginning. My name is Dr. Mohammed Yasar. I'm working as a postdoc researcher in the DSI, and today we will be going to explore how LaTeX works. At the end of this session, you will get to know that what is LaTeX, why we use it, what's the need of using it, how we will be using Overleaf and why we are selecting Overleaf. We will create our first documents. We will see through different papers and templates. Then we will move toward the references and citation that's mostly used in the research article, thesis, and everything. And math and graph, how we will be using those. And at the end, we will like to know how a presentation can be made using LaTeX. So let's begin. Whenever you see books or different articles, they have a very smooth and elegant design. Like if you are seeing this document, they have elegant diagrams, they have very fine-tuned typesets and fonts and everything. And we came to know that how we cannot create such kind of documents and how we cannot do that. So for example, if you are looking to these documents, it has a very predefined colors, a smooth color, a combination of everything like this one. It has a very complex design and they are doing it very well. So, but when we start our documents something looks like this, which are not very professional and which require a great amount of effort to make that very suitable to be represented. So how they happen? Because when the books are designed or when the journals are designed and when the papers are designed, they have a very they put a very great efforts on what kind of font they would be using, what would be the design, what would be the formatting, and what would be everything. So they put a lot of effort in that area to make a good display of a paper or a book or a journal or a poster. For this, this is called typography. In the typography, we make sure that every font that is displayed on the paper in different contexts has the exact desired output that we want, and it's a typography. So this cannot be achieved using our normal word processor like the MS Word or Google Docs or anything. We cannot achieve that extent of the finest document in those tools. So in this regard, here comes the LaTeX. Okay. So what is LaTeX? LaTeX is a free typesetting. Typesetting means that how we want to display our fonts on the paper. So it's a free typesetting software created by these two gentlemen using the text engine. And these are some of the key features of it. Ideal for structured document. If you want to see a consistent document structure, then they are ideal for that. Handle complex layout such as equation, tables, figures, flowchart, etc. And you name it, you will find every solution in it. Manage cross-reference and citation automatically. You don't need to rely on bibliography tools in the MS Word, like in other tools that you are using. You can automatically achieve it in a very easy way using LaTeX. And what are the benefits? Produce high quality output, eliminate manual layout adjustment, perfect for academic papers and technical reports. So if you are looking for your final thesis or you are going to submit your paper, so you must consider LaTeX because it reduces much burden from you and it is very easy to use and it will give you a very good output. So why not use MS Word? So this is some a little bit comparison about why we are not using MS Word and why we are using LaTeX. So there are some drawback and some benefit of using LaTeX and MS Word. MS Word are used at what you see is what you get interface. Like there is no command, nothing there. When you come here, you start typing your document and you can bold it, you can make the font adjustment, whatever you want to do is on the paper and you can do it very easily there. On the other hand, LaTeX kind of tool is a little bit difficult to start with because it runs on the commands. And those commands, you need to be a little bit familiar with those commands to get started with LaTeX. So in this regard, for easy start and for ease of use, MS Word is good or Google Docs are good. Well, and LaTeX required a little bit of command, but in longer run, these commands are much efficient than those of the MS Word. Formatting, if you have 100 pages of document in MS Word and you are working in it, so most of the time you spend is on formatting those documents. So they have very inconsistent formatting in long document. And in LaTeX, once you define your layout, then there is no need to double check the layout, formatting and everything. You have all the formatting there and they are very consistent in long documents. Math, there is a very limited support in the MS Word. If you encounter some for showing some of your formula, then you have to look for the shapes and it takes a lot of time to make that happen on a page and to display it correctly. So it's very difficult. LaTeX, on the other hand, support a wide range of equation very elegantly for any kind of domain, for any formal, for any technical, for any kind of thing. They support it very well. Flexibility, ideal for best for short general purpose document like if you are writing a letter or you are writing a one-page thing. MS Word is very good on that. But LaTeX is used for technical, scientific document. But I have seen people, professional people, who are even using for the short document and for general purpose document. Still, they are using LaTeX because they have much control on it and they know what they are looking for. So they are very good. Real-time collaboration. Collaboration means that if you are working on a document or a thesis and you want to share this with your supervisor or with your collaboration research person or with your class fellows to work collaboratively on that. So it supports the MS Word support using real-time collaboration through OneDrive, SharePoint, etc. And on the other hand, LaTeX support the version control system or platform like Overleaf. So what is version control? Version control means that if you are working in a document and you have did some changes and with the course of time, you want to see that what have I changed for the last month in that document. So you can see a complete history of that. So that's a version control and you can also share it in the collaboration with the other people. Layout, difficult to manage, and if you have a layout, so it's very difficult to manage those complex layout, efficient handling of complex layout, cost, you have to buy MS Word, premium, everything. So it's kind of paid. LaTeX is free and open source. You can use it for your any kind of purpose. So they are very. So this was a small comparison of why we are going to shift. We want to shift from MS Word, which are very known to us, to the LaTeX, and these are some of the benefits. In the longer term, as I mentioned that MS Word is what you see is what you get, means that whatever you type, you see it in the first phase. But in the LaTeX, you need to learn some kind of the command and some kind of the structure format to get started. So that's why the complexity of starting a document in MS Word and in LaTeX starts a little bit longer and difficult. But in the longer term, when you get used to it, you will feel that so many scenarios that were impossible to do in MS Word are very easily achieved in LaTeX. So this was complexity. Now, moving towards the Overleaf. So there are a lot of editors, like editors mean like MS Word and Google Docs are two kind of different sources available for writing down our documents. Similarly, in LaTeX, there are so many editors and tools available in the market. Some of the offline means these are the software that you need to download into your laptop or PC, and then you have to run the entire system locally. Then you will be able to write down the LaTeX document. And online means that you don't need to download any kind of document. You just go there on their website and you just log into there and you get started there. So you don't need, it's a browser enabled and you just need to sign up and that's it. So you can see here we have offline, many of them. I personally use the offline version mostly, but nowadays the online version is getting so much popular, and sharing the document with Overleaf or other online platform is very, very beneficial. So most of the people are moving forward from the offline to the online. And in this online editors, we have opted for the Overleaf. So Overleaf is the one that we will select and we will do. The LaTeX command and LaTeX environment, everything is same for all of these platforms. There is no different. If you put a document from one of these editor and you paste it in another editor, it will work similarly. But they have different version, like I explained to you how it works. So now question arises why we choose Overleaf, because we don't want to get into the hassle that which package should be installed, which thing should be installed. So Overleaf manage all those access to latest packages, and we can easily get the up-to-date packages. No installation is required, no nothing is required. Automatic compilation. When you write your commands, it automatically display what is the output of these commands, so you can see both of those things. Real-time collaboration. You can share your document with your colleagues, with your friends, and you can work collaboratively on the one document, and you can see who did what and who is working on what, like what we do in the MS Doc and everything, Google Doc and everything. Version control, like it track changes and revert to any previous version that you are working on. So if you get some mistake and you want to move back to the 1 month prior version, so you can do that. Extensive template library. There is a very good benefit of working on open source software. In open source softwares, people from different community come up and they design different kind of reports, plugins, and extensions, and everything. So, for example, if someone is working in machine learning and he wants to see that how machine learning specific algorithm should be designed and anything, so he just need to search that keyword and he will find so many packages that are developed by the community and shared to the Overleaf. So you have a vast variety of the templates and different things that you can make use of. You have user-friendly interface. There is interface is very user-friendly, and you can integrate this with your Get, Dropbox, and Google Drive, and so on. So these are some of the features because of which we choose Overleaf. Okay, so this is the first overview of how a LaTeX document looks like. So as I said that this is the output and this is the first document. In the first document, you can see that every command starts with this backslash, and then there are some curly braces and we write down all those things in it. So this is the simplest form, and when you run this simplest form in the Overleaf or in any text editor, it will print you a very elegant design like this. And soon we will start doing it, so you will know, but this is how the first document looks like. Okay, when I say command, what is meant by command? Command means that there would be a backslash, then there would be a command name, okay? Then there will be some optional argument that you need to supply to provide, and then there will be some mandatory argument that you must provide, otherwise that command will not execute, okay? So these are those curly braces, and these are some of the optional arguments. Okay, then as I said that it's an open source, so people are working, a large community is working on this, and they are producing so much extension and different design and template. Like for example, if I want to share my LaTeX thesis design of the NUIG, so I can develop it and I can share this on the Overleaf. So anyone who wants to design or to start working on the thesis using the NUIG template, so they will be able to do that. So many of those packages and default packages and things are already shared there. To use a package, straightforward, it should be a command where we name the usage package, then some optional argument, and then we provide the package name. For example, if we are going to use the graphics, we use this one. If we are going to use the maths equation, we just need to put this one line in the beginning, and that's it. The whole document know whatever kind of equation you are going to write, it will extract all those information from this library. Same for colors. So there are about 6,200 packages for any domain, for any environment that you can work on, and they are available on this official comprehensive text archive network, and you can go there and you can search whatever you need, whatever is in your mind, whatever you are working in. You can just search this and you will be able to find it. That's it. So let's begin. Let's begin our LaTeX document. Okay, so how to start? You have to go for the Overleaf. I can't see it at the moment. Just give me a minute. Okay, you just need to, if you can access your system, you just need to enter this overleaf.com website and you will come over here. Okay, then you need to just sign up, and at the moment you got sign up, you will see something like this. These lines will be empty. Okay, so this is the first environment of Overleaf, where you can see here all the project, okay, that you are working on, your project that are shared with you. If some project are archive project, if you have deleted any project, you can search over here. These are all your working projects. Consider them as your folders. So these are different folders, and you can click on it and you will be able to do this. And if you want to start any new project, just click on it and it will show you the option that what kind of project you want to start. For example, if I want to click over here, okay, so it gives me a lot of options. You want to start a blank project, a journal article, a book, formal letter, assignment, poster, presentations, reports, CV, and resume. So you can do anything. For example, if I go over here and if I click on for example, this one, so it will give me 100 of after design and template that you can just click on and you can start editing your document and you will be able to see this. So you can do any kind of information here. Same goes for if I go back. And if I start the journal article, so these are the article IEEE, what you name it, there would be a template available there. And you will be able to do all of this editing and you will be able, these are the predefined templates and you will be doing all of these things over there, okay? So, but to start working in these templates, first you need to know how the LaTeX work. So for this purpose, let's start our LaTeX, okay? This is our, yes.
Sorry, it's telling me that my institution doesn't support institutional login.
You can log in with, continue with login, and you can log in with your Google account.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah, what was, so I got that, but I don't see those documents, like if I look at,
Okay.
but I can see all of that.
Okay, create a new project because it's your first time. So you can start here, like blank project, and you just name it and you will get started.
Okay, so I don't need to see all this. These are
something that I have developed for this workshop.
Okay.
So you will be creating all these documents for yourself. So this is the first, like you are seeing. Okay.
Maybe you can enlarge it a little bit because the code is very small.
Okay, I'm just going to show this everything.
Okay.
I will show you how everything works. So now when I get to this working environment, at instant what you are seeing is there are some bunch of code and there is some output. So I write this code and I got this topic. So how it working, we will see it. Then we have this navigation menu. In this navigation menu, we have all the documents that we are going to navigate. For example, if I want to move to the basic document, I have a folder over there, I click there and I will go there. And same goes for bibliography, mathematics, algorithm, we can go over there and here. Now, if I click on the menu here, there are some options. If I click on the word count, it will tell me how many words are in this document. If I'm specific, looking for a document, if I want to sync my Dropbox, Get and GitHub, it will tell me there. These are some technical things. If you are looking for the compiler, so by default, it is already the optimum one is already selected over there. But if someone is looking for some different compiler, they can come over here. This is the latest version of the of your text engine. Okay, this is something which is useful if you want to check the spelling. So you can check here that what kind of spelling you want to enable. Okay, you want to have your personal dictionary words, autocomplete, auto close bracket, because we are writing different commands. So in those commands, that means that there would be curly braces. So when you start first curly braces, so it automatically close the second curly braces for you. So like this, if you are looking for a different theme, you can come over here and you can, for example, this one, like this one. So you can look for different theme over here, default override theme. So you can look for this. These are some of this font size. If I'm looking at this moment and I want to increase it, I will just this and it increase the font size of my code. And many things were here. Okay, so this is the first thing. The second thing is we have is here, for example, if I want to share this document with my colleague, so I will come over here and just click on share and I will write his email and I will give him the privilege that either he can edit this document or he will view it. So I can give all those details, and as soon as I do this, that person will receive an email, and when he click on that email, he will be able to edit this document and work with you, and you will be able to see him what he's working. If you want to have chat with him, you just come over here and you will start chatting with him. So this is another one. Okay, this is the layout. This is your coding, this is your output. So if you want to see it in different way, editor only, you can do it like this. If you want to see PDF only, you can see it like this. If you want to see the PDF in separate, so you can do it like this. It will be displayed in different document. And if you want to see it editor in split view, you can see it like this. Okay. There are some review option. There are some, for example, if you are working and you want to put in a comment over here, so you can write some with your team that I'm working. Can you this line? So you send him and automatically it will send email to your collaborating person and he will respond to it, either writing a new comment or he will resolve that comment. So this is how you can work collaboratively and how it works. If at the end you want to download this, just click on here and you will get a PDF document like this one, and you will be able to print it and you will be able to use it. So that's it. So this is the overall environment. So now let's write our first document, how it works. So is it visible? Is it visible to all of you? Okay. Okay, so this is the very blank document. Okay, so the very first line that is written in any LaTeX document, that's a very mandatory line, is the document class. Document class. So as soon as I hit the backslash and start writing document, the Overleaf give me all those similar commands that are starting from DOC. Okay, so for every LaTeX document, this first line is required and it must be there in every document. So now when I like this, so as I told you, we have a command and this is document class is a command, and these are some curly braces. In these curly braces, we want to say that either we want to start article, a B1 is the PPT or presentation. We want to start presentation, writing a book, a letter, or report. So it asks for us. When we select the one, usually we select the article. So for the papers and for the different things. Then the second things come up. What would be the title of this? So I write the title. So with backslash and title, and I write here is introduction, sorry, I am in LaTeX. So that should be my title. Then I move to who is the author of this document. For example, if I want to, so I can write the command and I will say that it's me, Yasar. Then that's it. This is okay. Now, these were some of the predefined things that should be included in every document, that what kind of document you are starting with. Okay. The next thing would be to start the document. To start the document, we will have a new command that would be used mostly in every command, that is begin. Begin means begin, and then it asks what you want to begin. Either you want to begin an equation or you want to begin in graphic or what. So we want to say that we want to begin a document. So I will select a document. So now that's it. Now whatever I want to write, whatever I write in this area will be shown over here. For example, if I write here, and as soon as I said Control S, automatically it will show me hello world. So this is how our first letter is there. As I already mentioned, my title and author were there. So there is a command in LaTeX which says which is with the backslash, which start with the backslash, and it says a make title. So make title will give you a very good title, and if I compile it, it will give me my first document. Now whatever I type in, it will look here. It is much cleaner, much better from the document that we start in the Google Doc or in MS Word. So it put your name here in a proper format, your title and everything, and you can play around with it in many ways. This is just the default setting, and we will see how we can work on other option as well. So this is how it works. Now that's it. Now let's have a list that what we will going to be working here. So if I click over here, sorry, and I go for here. I will just okay. Okay, so for some reason it's not opening there. But if you can see over here, if we are writing a document, what we need in our document that we have worked before, we need how to write the headings, how to write the subsection, how to write comments, abstract, how to format a text, like how to make it bold, italic, underline, how to put links, how to make spaces between different paragraph or lines, what are the bullets, how we use the numbering bullets, how we use the symbol bullets, how to make the text left align, right align, centering, center, justified, what kind of font we can use, how we can include the graphics, tables, file, how can we enter some special character, how we can define the table of contents. So this is a list of the things that we will be going to do practically here in a very faster way and very efficient way. So let's begin first with the headings, okay? I will go back to my first document, and if I go over here and here, this is my first document. So let's begin with the heading. So if I come over here and I start working with the section. So this is the only command that is used for the first heading. And if I write here, for example, introduction, okay, and I need some text here. So I have some dummy text over here, and this is the text file, and I put over here. So to make you now, if I was typing this code, if I run this, I have a very beautiful document here. If you can see here, this is the raw text. There are some wrong interline, some spaces between the lines. But when I see this in the LaTeX document, there is no such kind of anomaly or no such kind of thing here. The text is very perfectly aligned there and everything looks very fine here. That's because LaTeX ignore wrong lines, empty spaces, and it kind of, for example, like you see here are not only one spaces but many spaces. But LaTeX ignore multiple spaces and multiple unnecessary lines, and it makes you a beautiful text over here. So whatever you type in, you don't need to worry that how it will be displayed. It will be displayed very elegantly and very professionally on your document display. So in this one click, we have created a very good document. Now let us see that if I, for example, like this, if I like this mistakenly, so it will not affect the design because LaTeX consider only one space, not the many spaces. So if it encounter many spaces, so it consider it only one space. So there is a way if you need some kind of place where you need some spaces. So there is a way for that, and we will look for that in our next section. But look, it elegantly reduce all those errors and give you a proper design. So this is my heading, and it automatically give it a number to it. If I click here and if I select here, so it's a very short document. When it become long, so I will show you that how we can move from here to here to see different things. But let's design a different section in it. Now, for example, if I want to enter a new section, so straightforward, its name would be subsection. If I write a subsection, so it would be my subsection. Okay, so if I say something a subsection, and it will automatically number it, and it will show you the subsection. And if I write some text over here, okay, it will show you in the subsection. Okay, now working with the lines, for example, if I want to start a new paragraph, for example here, so if I make one, it will not affect. But when I make enter 2 times, so it will consider it as a new paragraph. So now if I do this, you can see here, it ends this paragraph here and it automatically start a new paragraph. So this is how you can start a new paragraph by just entering 2 times, and the LaTeX will consider it as a starting of the new paragraph, and it will automatically show over here. Okay. This is the main thing. In the start of the document, I can switch to these different layout like easily. For example, if I want to go to the book, automatically it will change everything. This would be my cover page. This would become my cover page, and this would become my book. And if I change this to the letter, so automatically in letter we don't have these titles, so it will remove all those things from here, and it will start away show you that how the letters work, letter work, format work. If I go into do with the Beamer, which is the presentation, so it will automatically give me my first presentation there, which you can work around. So with just selecting the appropriate document class, we can switch around different layout very easily. But mostly we will be working with the article. And if you are writing your thesis, so I will suggest you to start working with the book. In the book, you have like the para, chapter, and all those things that you can make use of it, and you can design your thesis very elegantly in it. So we will go back to the the first document. We have this. Okay. Subsection. This one is there. This one is there, and heading. Now, if you need another subsection, so there is a third level here in it, starting with the backslash subsection, and it would be the subsection. Okay. So if I write this over here, and just Control S, and you will, the text would be combined and it will be showing like you this way. Okay. Now, for example, if I want to introduce a new section, a new proper section, so if I go over here and if I say that I want to introduce a new section, and that section should be called, for example, review. Okay. And this is the review text. Okay. And if I save it, so automatically you see here, this become the second section become the second, and all the subsection that are coming after this section become 2.1, where either before it was 1.1, but now it becomes 2.1. Okay. So this is how we do the sections, the headings, and everything. This is how we achieved it. For example, now if I want, it's a paper and I want to put an abstract there. I want to put an abstract at the beginning of my article. So how will I do it? As I said to you earlier, we have environment in LaTeX. So for the abstract, there is an environment. And to begin an environment, you have to type begin. Then you have to type that name. So there is an environment by the name of abstract. So when I say this, that means that I'm writing an abstract which should be in these two braces. So if I go over here and, for example, this is my abstract. So if I do it here, so it will automatically, so I put a section above here. So I will move it to there. So that's it. In 1, 2, 3 clicks, we have our title. We have our title, we have our abstract, we have our introduction, we have our right numbers, and everything is there, and it's working perfectly fine, and it is there. If I want to move, okay. So what next? How to make bold, italic, underline, links. Bold, if you want to select and you want to bold this, for example, smartphone, just select it and just set the Control B. Like what you do in the MS Word, and it will automatically bold that specific word for you. And when you compile it, it will show you the bold in it. Okay. Similarly, if you want to use the italic, so just Control I, and it will italic for you. For example, if I want to italic this whole line, so you see the whole line is italic. If I want to underline it, underline is not done with with the command, so you have to type the command for it. For that, you have to write this, start with the backslash. Any command that you want to write will start from the backslash. So backslash, then underline, okay, and then and that's it. It is underline over here. So you can play around with the formatting and do anything with the link. We will come later. Then we will move to the bullets. We will cover the spaces later. Okay. Now the next thing that we see in our document is the bullets, are the items that we see. Again, when we start an environment, it's an itemized environment or bullets environment. So we have to start from where? We have to start from begin. So begin. Begin. And what we want to start? We want to start itemize. So itemize will give us like this. This is our first item, our bullet item. This is my second item. My second, and so on. So if I write another one, item, this is my third one, and I compile it. So let's see how it goes. it gives me automatically the bullets here, and they are perfectly over there. Okay. Now, if I need, these are the not the number bullets. So if I need number bullets, so there is a different environment for that. I can even start it inside it, but first let me show you how it separately works. So begin, okay, and enumerate it. Enumerate. You have to remember these names and these because, but once you do it, you will get familiarized with yourself. You will not find it difficult to remember. It will be there. It's not that difficult to remember. So, for example, this is another, and this is another. Okay. Okay, and when you type it, so it will give you like this 1, 2. Okay, and more complex. For example, if you have bullets within bullets, so you can just do it. And if you come over here and you just start in this item, you start a new environment, which is begin enumerated, and you said this is in a one. Two. Do this, so you will have this in this itemize. You can have another one inside that, so you can play around whatever you want. You can do it very easily in it. Okay, so next thing is how to align the center, left, right, and justified. So as I said, for everything there is an environment there. Some are the inline commands, some you need to define the environment before you are going to do it. So for that, for example, if I need left align my text, so I need to begin an environment, begin, and it says flush left. Okay, so when I write this, so it automatically start an environment for me, flush left, and it ends using flush end. Now I have to write some text and see that either they are left align or right align. So if I go over here and if I write over here and see, so you can see they are left align. Okay. Now if I want to use the same for the right align, I will have to start another document environment using begin, and I will say flush right. Okay, so when I say this, it will be right align. Okay, now if I need centering, so center is okay. Now if I need the justified text, so in, and it is centering. Okay, and when you type it, so it will be justified. So you see, we can achieve all those things using these environment. So I think you are kind of little bit familiarized how this works and how the commands work and how we can make use of it. So now the next thing is we have like this. We can have different font size, and for font size there are different names for it. Huge, huge, large with capital L is more large, with small L is small, large, small, teeny, footnote, colors. We can play around with it. So let's start with it. So I will create a new section for myself. Okay, to create a new page, you just need to write like this, new page. When you click on new page, it will automatically start a new page for you. Okay, if you want to write a new line, same goes for here. You need to write as a new line. So first let's consider, okay, I will write a new section. Okay, and that section should be for font sizes. Okay, so huge. So if I want to write the huge, so I will say huge, and this is huge. This is large. Okay, and this is large. Okay, so this is large. Okay, you can see different font size here, and they are based on our command and display differently. Now, if you are working in a very big document, and you are looking at this PDF, and you want to see that where exactly is this code in this site. So you just need to select it and it will automatically show you where it is. So you just need to do it and it will show you how it is. Same goes for here. So if you are going from here, you can do it and it will show you where this is and you can edit it there. Okay, so that's it. Now we will make use of how to use some use packages, how to use the packages for our different process purpose. So for this, we have colors. And to use colors, you have to include a package, and that package should be entered after this document class. Okay, so as I shown you how the package works, start from a command which is use package, and I will write the X color. X color is a library for using the colors. Okay, so if I go over here and I say this color, okay, and I say this red, okay, and I say this is red. So automatically it goes to here. If I make it blue, so it will be blue. Okay, so it would be blue and it would be like this. You can work around with this. So color are there, and if you want to color only specific text, so you can come over here and you will enclose it here, and after that you will have all the default color, and that's it. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, we can also use the footnote. Footnote are very sometime they were required in the document. So for example, if I want to put the footnote starting with the backslash footnote, and this footnote, for example, is footnote. For example, I want to see that google.com. Okay, and when I do this, you see this, there is a number here, and it automatically adds your footnote in the footer of your document. Okay, so this is how it works. I think you are getting okay. Are you bored? Then tell me. I can. Okay, so this is footnote and colors and everything. Now we come to the different thing, which is the graphics, label, and reference. So how we will be adding graphics and how we will be adding labels and references. Labels are what, graphics are what, how to enter the image, PDF file, and any kind of file, how we will do that here, and how to input, how to make them label. For example, if you have a picture and you label it as a image one, then how will you address that image one in the entire document? So that's label and referencing. So we will use this one. To use the use package, that would be graphics. Okay, in LaTeX, you can write your comment along with each. These comments are never displayed in your document. So when you hear, so you can write down for your own that this is a package for the graphics. It will never be displayed on your output, but it is there. So you can, whenever you want to see that what you have written there, so you can go there. And if, for example, you wrote two abstracts, one abstract and another abstract, and you are not sure which abstract is right, so you can also go there and you can just type this percentage and it will comment out all the first abstract and you can write another one. So when you do that, the with the percentage, that abstract would not be seen over there and you can print it there. And if your supervisor or yourself, you want to display the other one, you can come here and you can uncomment that and you can print the other one. So this percentage sign is used for the commenting different document. Okay, so for the graphics we have to use this. Okay, and then we will have another section here for the simplicity. Include graphics. Okay. Now, for a graphic, definitely we need a new environment. So for that, we need this one and we need graphic figure. And when we write figure, it automatically filled out everything for us and it asks us which document you want to display. In your MS Word document or any document, you only have to display the images and different things, but you cannot display the PDF document. Here you can also include the PDF, any kind of document that you want, you can include it there and it will work perfectly fine. Okay, so if okay, so you see I have this image. It was an image, it's a PDF file, and when I enter its path, it is automatically over there. I scaled it up with this one. I will scale it to half. Now I will show it as a full. Okay, so this is my image or any kind of document, PDF or file, anything, it would be there. You can see here I have a caption there. So I will go here and write the caption, that caption of my image, and it will be automatically shown over here. Okay, and it automatically gives its figure 1 and 2 and 3. So it automatically LaTeX detected which figure it is, so it automatically give it a figure. You don't need to worry about that. And then there is a label. You can see here there is a label. Whatever label that you can remember, you can write, you can give it here. For conventional, if you are writing a figure or a diagram, so you can start with the, for example, PDF, and you can say that 1, okay? So this is a label of it. Now, for example, if I want to mention this in my, okay, this is a graphic, you can decrease its width from here by 0.9, 0.7, whatever you want, you can do it here. There is also a new optional command here that start from this parenthesis, this brackets. If you say here, H for here, it means that when I define this image, it should be displayed only in that specific location. So you see, I started this image after include graphics section. So it automatically shown over here, okay? Now, and if you want to show it in the top of the page, so you can go over here and it will show you at the top of the page, okay? If you want to show it at the bottom of the page, so it will automatically go to the bottom of the page. So this is how it works. Usually, depending on the requirement, I mostly use the edge or top, so it automatically float to the exact location where you want to display. In other word processor, you have to drag that image and make it very aligned there, but you just need to write the H, T, and B, and it would be there. So this is how it works. Now let's refer this.
I'm sorry. Where did you get the image from?
Okay, the image.
Like the graph.
Okay. Okay, I'm not able to see. I have to go there because I am not able to see. Okay, this is the image. I can upload this image, any image here. And when you go here, there is an upload button and you can select any kind of document here because I'm not, okay. So you can have any kind of document, image, PDF file, any kind of thing. You can come over here and you can simply upload it here and it will be available in your repository. Then you have to specify the path where it is. So it was here, it automatically get whatever images you have in that whole project, it automatically show you that what you have. So then you can refer it here. So sorry, I didn't mention it, but you can upload it from here.
Does it need to be a PDF or can it be
image, any kind of document,
okay.
Any kind of document, you can upload any kind of document in it and it will be shown over here. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. The label is very important because mostly we refer to the labels and it will be is the main strength of the LaTeX. So if I want to say that this is a figure, or for example, a sentence usually come like this, the detail can be seen in the figure. then I have to write and have to refer that which. So for this, I have to write a command which start with ref, ref. Ref means referring a label. So if I go over here and if I write here, so it will show me all the reference. So if I see here the PDF 01, okay, and I write it down, so it will automatically show me that one image over here. Okay, I have to write. So it automatically gives this figure 1, and you can use it figure 1 here. Okay, now if I have to include another image, for example, you just need to show you how it works. Begin, okay, and figure, okay, and I, for example, use, for example, this one. Okay, so this is another image. So now you can see here, before that, this was the figure 1, and I was referring to figure 1. But when I introduce a new figure before this figure, so automatically all the references and all the label change for itself, and I don't need to do it manually. LaTeX knows which you are referring and which one you are not. So it gives different label here, and everything change automatically. So that's the beauty of the LaTeX. Okay. So this was the referencing and that. Then we have the graphics, labels, and references there. Then we need to insert the tables. Okay, so let's create a new page, my new page. Okay, and I will create, it will create a new page, and I will have to write a new section, tables. This is just for our presentation. You can write it. So I have a new page here. Okay, the table also need a new environment. So for that, begin table. When you write table, it automatically create an environment for you. Table is kind of little bit tricky, and it has some issues in LaTeX. It's not that straightforward. It is straightforward, but sometimes when you are working with the long tables or big tables, so you may encounter different issues. And there is a full section that we will cover in our next workshop that is happening very soon. But I will give you the initial how it can be done and how it is working. In the table, you see this and sign. These are your columns. This is my first column. This is my second column. These lines represent lines. I mean, row. So I have at this moment by default, I have 2 columns, first, second, and this is my second row, third and fourth, and these are 2 row and that. These are the each column view that you want to make it center align, what you want to do, and these are the borders of between every column. So let's see how it shows, then you will visualize it. So if I go here and if I say it's 1 cell, it's 2 cell, it's 3 cell, it's 4 cell, and if I come over here, so it will display something like this. Okay, it has the same feature. If I write H, so it will display the table where exactly I want to. Okay, so I have to move it here. Okay, so this means that this sign means that this is the main line in it. If I write it here, so it will create a new. If I write over here, so it will create a new. Okay, and now for the top, I have to write a new command here. H line, horizontal line. So you see, when you get, there are different tools that can generate your table and different things. So we can okay, so this is, and if I want to, so this is my table. You have a lot of options like LaTeX table generator online that you can use. For example, this one is very popular. Okay, you can come over here and you can write your table over here, and when you generate, it will generate all your LaTeX code, and then you just need to copy that code and paste it in your LaTeX document. So there are different options available for it, but at the moment, I will show you how it works from the beginning or from the scratch. So you see here, it is like this. If I want to introduce a new column, I will have to introduce a new and it would be for example, fifth, and same here, it will be my sixth. So this is how it works, and you have to define the column over here. So this is how it works. So you can create as many table in it, and there is a section on it, and it will be covered in our next, because you can create table from your CSV file and from your different things. So there is a big say. If we go into this topic, then we will not cover the entire thing. So again, there is a caption there. Caption is there. This is my table. Okay, and this is my reference. Okay, I can simply go in my text and I can say that this is my table, and I have to write ref, and when I say ref, so it gives me the reference automatically where my data is shown. For example, a sentence like this. So automatically it gives you the table. So it is giving figure different numbers, sequence, and one for this. Now, at the top, if you want to show how many tables do you have, so like table of content, you want to show table of content, you want to show list of figure, list of tables. So there is a very straightforward command for it. If I come over here, like simply just like I did make title, so I will move this make title on first page. So I will write the new page. Okay, so it will move to the next page. Then I will write table of contents. Okay, and then I will, you see I have table of contents with just a one command, and that command is only this one. Okay, now if I, for the display, if I move it to this, so I have my title, then I have table of content. Now, for example, and it shows everything here. Now, for example, if I want to show that what are my table of figures, how many figures I have used, like just like table of content. So I can use it like this command, list of figures. Okay. Not right. Yes, it is list of figures. So you can see here, I'm writing this new page, so it can be displayed in separate page, so you can have understanding of it. Similarly, I can write the list of table. Okay, and I write the new page. So I have a table. You can see here within a few minutes, we have our title, we have our contents, list of figure, and it shows that on which page it is. To make it more accessible, let's include another linking use package that when we click on here, so it will automatically move us to the section. So for that, we will have to include the linking package. That is the use package, href. Hyperref. When I do this, you see these red boxes, when you print them, they will not be printed on your document. They are just for the navigation. So for example, if I want to navigate to introduction, so when I click it, it will automatically go over here. If I want to see that which figure it is, if I click on it, it will move me to that. If I want to click on the table, so every reference every link that we have mentioned, every citation, it automatically creates a link for you. And whenever you're able to click on it, it will move you, navigate you to that specific section. So it make it more easy to read and to access different section of your document. Okay, so that's it. That's our, okay, now we have this. And is there any question at the moment? Is there any confusion at the moment?
So, yeah, the final product of this, is it in PDF or can we convert into Word?
It would be in PDF. It would be in PDF. That's what it is. I mean, you can download it here, and this is all the command that you can use different tool to convert it to the Word. But the goal here is to not use MS Word, is to use the LaTeX. So we have to think that we are not using MS Word, whatever we need. Then we will have to use anything. Like if you export it and you are using it for MS Word, then there should be a purpose for that. You are going to edit your document there. So you can do your editing while you are creating your document here. You can come anytime and you can do all your editing over here. So you don't need to make it, and LaTeX don't do it for you. LaTeX never convert your document to the MS Word compatible document. It will only export to the PDF and some other extension that I don't want to discuss here, but there are so much variety of extension, but specifically it is used for the PDF.
There was a question from the chat. Will you touch the bibliography making today?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so which will be later on.
Okay, just moving, I think I'm moving slow, so okay.
Sorry. So when you referenced, when you showed the figure and then you showed the details can be seen in the figure and you put /reference, what did you put between the bracket to show the figure specifically? Like just the name of the file?
No, not the name of the file. You see, we have this line. You have the option to create a label for your figure, tables, and anything you want to refer. So this is the label. For example, let me show you how it works. For example, in your document, you are referring to this subsection. So you will come over here and you will write the label. And it says that subsection. Okay. So now you can refer to this subsection anywhere in your document. How to do that? You have defined specifically for this line, and this is my document. And if I come over here and if I write here, it will automatically get that your information, and it will show you here.
Perfect.
So it not only show you the link, but it show you the exact bullets of that 2.1.1 section you are referring to something. So you can refer to any section, any graph, any paragraph, any line. And how would you do that? You would need to define the label for that with any name that you can remember, so you can refer it in your future writing up, and you just need to refer it. So when you do this, it automatically create that reference and it will show you that.
Sure, thank you.
Yes.
Since this program is kind of like if you make a complex documents, like there are a lot of comments there, right? And once in my experience, like I broke up something and then the PDF wouldn't recompile. So is it going to be, the troubleshooting is going to be covered in this session as well or not?
That's a very generic question. I mean that if you go over here, these are this document beside this download, there is a log here. So when you come over here, you will be able to see all the lines there that are causing that issue. For example, you have started a begin environment for the document, but you haven't ended it properly. So it will show you that specific line that because of this line, this compilation is not successful. Okay, so it's not something generic that we can come up. Like if I start a new document and I didn't write anything, it will pop, it will raise an error that there is nothing to print. So you will have to, so each and every section has their own error, and you have to check that which error it is. But Overleaf or LaTeX give you the exact line where it is coming. So you can go to that line and investigate that what I have missed and what is wrong there. LaTeX will not automatically solve that for you. You have to write, but it will highlight the exact location where the error is coming from.
Is there another question from the chat about the image and table behavior? Why they are on the top of the page, not where you put them in the source code? So can you just explain about how the positioning works?
Okay, so this is, if I go over here, so this is my figure. Yes, this is my figure. Okay, so I have the option of H means here, means that whenever you define that, introduce this image in your document, in the LaTeX document, you have the option to either display this, the position where you want it to display. So you can select the hair, H means for hair, and it will show that specific image exactly in that location. But if you are looking for some optimal solution that you want to show this image in the top of the page, so just write the T for it, and it will automatically show that image in the top of that page. You don't have to worry about it. LaTeX automatically show that image on the top, or you can, if you want to show it in the bottom, it will automatically show in the bottom of that specific page. So that's how it works.
Another question from the chat about the default link formatting as red boxes. So do you want to go and explain how to change this formatting here, or is it a more advanced topic that will?
No, these links that you are seeing at the moment, as I told you earlier, when you are going to print this document, these border will not be printed over there. They are just there to show you the navigation. So they are just only there for this viewing document. The major concern would be that when you are going to print a document, then there should be no border of the red in there, and it solve our question. That it wouldn't be there, and we can change it, but it's required different to set library with different parameters. We can do it, but at current it will not be displayed or printed on your document when you print them. Okay, so moving towards the special character. Okay, there is some because as you see that in LaTeX, every document starts with the backslash, and this means something. So, for example, if you are writing a document and you say that 50%, 50%. So when you write the percent sign, it will automatically comment out everything there. So how will you write the special character? So special character, for that you need to add a backslash before that. So if you add a backslash before that, then that percent sign will be shown. Same goes for the curly braces. If you do this, they will not be shown over there. So you have to write the like this, so they will be shown over here. These are some of the characters that need to be shown like exactly because LaTeX consider them as a command starting. So you have to add the backslash in the start of it. Table of content and everything in it. Now to make it more usable and friendly, for example, you have a thesis to write and you have your introduction chapter, literature, methodology, and different things. I will suggest you should not write everything in one LaTeX document. You can create different sub-document and name them like introduction, and then you can refer that document in your main document and it will show up. For example, I have a sub-document. Every document, LaTeX document, should have an extension of TEX. If it is TEX, that means that it is a sub-document. If I go over here in this sub-document, I just define a subsection. I just write down a subsection. It could be your introduction and your result and everything. And now I need to input this document in my main document. So if I come over here in the top and I will make a new page so you guys, and if I write this input, and in input I will have to write the subfile dot subfile. Okay, so when I write it down, so it's automatically show you that sub-file content here. This text is not present here. It is done in this sub-file. So it handles you, give you a very good control that you can write down. And if you want to, for example, hide this file at any time, so you can come on here and you can just simply comment it out, and that specific page would be not moved from there. So this is how we can input or we can organize our TCSR document in sub documents. Okay. So now moving towards the multiple layout and multi-language. So we will move to another.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Can I see your sub-file?
Okay, sure. It doesn't have to include the document class and anything because that document class and everything is already there in the main document. So you just need to include them and it will work fine. Okay. Moving to the next section is the multi-column. For example, how to work the multi-column. So this is, if you want to show your document in multi-column, so you have to use a package named by multi-column. Okay, it supports up to 10 columns in a document. So you can write your document in 10, and in single page it can support up to 10. The usage is very simple. You have to include the multi-column in your document and then start multi-column environment and define the number of columns that you need. So number of columns, I will show you how it works. Okay. Okay, so to begin with any document, first would be, what would we write? We would write the document class. Okay, and I will say it's an article title for a quick multi-class, multi-column. And for example, if I want to give an author to make it display better, okay, and then begin my document, begin document, okay, and then title. And then I'm going to use the multi-column. So for that, I have to use the package. And that package is multi-col, okay. And I have to come on here and to begin the environment. So begin, okay. And I will say multi-cols, okay. Now then I need to define the number, how many number I want, and I have to end it to, okay, that's it. So that's it. Now if I go here and if I input, okay, so because it is a very, I will have to write down. So you see, I have a multi-column layout here, and it is automatically achieved there, and I can do whatever. If I want to split it into 3, I can do it 3. So this is how I can achieve it, whatever I want. And after this environment, if I write to type, you see, only in that specific begin environment, there is a multi-column environment, but after this, there is a single environment. So I can simply achieve it here. Okay. Next, moving towards our multi-language environment, that how the multi-language would work. So okay, so this is the introduction for multi-language. Multi-language, we can include any kind of language that we want. We have a vast variety of language support in LaTeX. So for that, we need to include the Babel package. Okay, Babel package and use it. And if there are some special character in your language that you are putting it, so you need to also include this input enc package. This is the format. If you want to use a package, English, French, these are, for example, the two language that you want to include your document, then Babel, and then start your document and you can write it down. So let's have a demo on it. Okay, document class, article, okay, and let's begin my document. This is my document. For this, first I will need to include the use package, and use package, and I will include the Babel, okay, and in the optional argument I will provide, okay, the English, for example, Spanish and Russian, and for example English. Okay, and there is an error there because I haven't write it down anything here. So if I write it here, okay, so I write the name differently. Okay, so there is something different in here. Here. Okay. Okay, I miss. It is not this one, it is this one. Okay, so now let's select the language. I have a file here where I put some different language here. For example, this is Spanish. So if I come over here and if I write here, okay, language, and it is Spanish. Right here. So I can show this like this. If I write this down like this section, language, and write the table of content. So this is how it works. So you can use now if I'm moving towards a different language. So select language, and I want to write, for example, Russian. I think I write it English, for example. So you can switch around with these languages, like simply this is new language. So you have to define your language first here, and then you can switch between those languages like this. If you don't do it, then it will throw you the error that these encoding are not understood there, and it will throw you an error. So this is how you navigate between multiple languages. Yes.
How does it work with a language with a different alphabet, like Greek?
Yes. So for that, I told you that there are not some languages that are you can just simply go there. So they are, you have to input these encoding for that. Encoding means that it will not throw you an error for that. And you have to include this new package with that. And there are some other packages as well that depends on the language that you are selecting and some other package, but default about 100 languages it is supported using that. But if you are looking for some different fonts that are not supported by that, so you have to include different packages like this and a few more depending on the specific language, and you have to include it there, and you will find. You can find the help for that on the official LaTeX community, and there is a big You just need to write the name of that language and it will show you that what package you need to include and what you don't have to include. So this is how the work, and now working with the page setting. Okay, so this was our main thing. Now let's consider our page setting. For page setting, this is my document. For page setting, we have to include a new package. For example, if I want to change the left and right and top margin of this paper page, so I have to include like this, use package, geometry. There. Okay, it's not there. This type market here. Okay, I will come to this section in a while. Okay. Okay, so this default and things are done. So now we were moving towards the bibliography, that how we will going to add our papers and citation and how we will going to do that. And these are all the basic things that can add up to create a document, a default document. Now moving toward the bibliography. Okay, so bibliography, for bibliography, you need to have two things. You have to include a bibliography style and bibliography. That's it. These are two commands that you need to include. How to include a citation of your paper? For example, if you are writing an article and you refer to some document, how you will do that? For example, you see this. These are the question mark things, and how I will put this to the 1-2 paper and how I will show the reference below here. So there is a very simple thing for that. And for that, I need to include the like this and only these two documents, 2 lines. Bibliography style, how to start it. When you start writing it like this, bibliography style, okay, bibliography style, and it will show you that what kind of style you want to use. And then bibliography document, okay. So this is how you do it. Okay, now how to get the paper citation. So for example, if I go to the Google Doc Scholar, for example, and I search for some paper, for example, I search for LaTeX, and if I come over here, then you see there is a cite option there. You can find this cite option in any journal, in any online article. When you go to their website, you will find this cite option over there. When you click on it, it has these options. What kind of format you want, BibTeX and not ref and this. We are more concerned with the BibTeX. When you click on it, you will have this information. You have to come over here and you have to create a file for yourself. I have created a file by the name of bibliography.bib. BIB means that this is a bibliography file, and LaTeX understand that this is a bibliography file. And when you come over here, you just need to simply paste that thing over here, that you extract from the any article or Google Scholar or any place. You just pick that document and you have to put it here. Here it is. The first thing is the label. That is exactly how we did for the table and for the different section. You can define your own table. It gives you a predefined table, but if you are more concerned with like remembering them, like this is the paper 01, for example, like this. In this web information, you have the title, author, journal, volume, everything that you need for referencing a paper, for formatting. It is already there. Okay, so you have it there. Okay, now how to reference it? You need to remember this label that you have given to a specific paper. Okay, and you need to come over here. Okay, and then, for example, if I want to replace it with that paper, for referring the labels, we were using ref. And for referring the paper, we are going to use the cite. enter this site, it will automatically show you all the paper that you have included in your bibliography file. So when I select this one, so it automatically add this paper in my references. So when I compile it, so it will be there automatically for my paper. So this is the only paper and it is only there. If I want to add another one, for example, so for example, like this. So you see automatically it adds up there and it is there. Okay, so everything is there. Now, if you are concerned about the styling of this paper, these references, you want to change it to different style, then you have a lot of option over there that you can use. For example, this is plain, you can use this one. And when I use this one in here, sorry. Yeah, the default one, and you can play around with this styling. So you can see here, the styling is changed and everything is changed here. Now it is different. Now, if for example, if I use, for example, IEEE transaction, this one, so you can use any kind of it and it will adjust to the need of your. Okay, so now you see the citation is changed from the brackets from this, and even this citation is also changed according to this ACM journal paper citation. So you have all these detail in it, and you just need to cite it, and you just need to add these two commands. And this bibliography means this bibliography is this web file. So you have to create a bibliography.web file, and you need to add any kind of citation in it. Now the question arises that, for example, sometimes we are working with the URLs. We are reading some articles using Medium or different. How we can make a citation, bib text citation for that, and how we can refer it, because there's not a journal paper or a conference paper. So for this, there are different tools available. For example, if I mention over here, if I come over here and if I, so it generates bibliography from your URL. Now, if I go for the for example, if I come over here and I have this URL and so you see it automatically create a bib text for me. I can copy this, okay, and can come over here and just paste it in this document, and I can refer it with this name, similar. So you can add any kind of, these are different things, miscellaneous article, proceeding, different. So you can get text for your information, whatever you are extracting for either from URL or from a book or from an article, anywhere, you can convert that information in a web text environment easily. And there are tools available in the online, and you can make use of it. Okay, so now I can use this URL, which was not a paper, in my document easily. Okay, is there any question on bibliography?
There is one in the chat. Can I import my bibliography from Mendeley?
Yes, there is a. You have to export it here in this document style, and when you have it in this, there is an option in Mendeley that you can export your citation in BibTeX environment, and when you can do that, you simply need to export it here, and you just need to refer it in your document. That file. That's it. Okay. Moving forward.
Same applies for Zotero, for example.
Sorry.
Zotero?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Because LaTeX understand only this file and in this format. So you have to make it like this. Otherwise, it will not understand. Okay. This document more. Moving towards the mathematics, and I will give you an equation for that. Okay, so LaTeX has a very strong support for the mathematics and equation, and we can use any kind of equation in mathematics very easily in it. So let's do it. To do it, we need to use mathematics. We need to include only this one package here. So if I come over here and use package AMS math. Okay. It is this one. I don't know why it's not showing, but it is this one. Okay. So this is the one that you need to use. Okay. And now we can use different kind of like how to show the addition, subtraction, multiplication in it. Okay. So we can have our own environment. First we will go with the environment, then we will go for the equation. So this is the equation. And for example, if I say that A plus B, for example, this is my equation, and it is times, there are some times C equal to D plus or minus E, and def divided by F. Okay, so when I do this, I have this equation there, and I can refer it, I can label it, and I can do whatever I want, and I can show it anywhere. Okay, so these are all my now similarly I can use these words for addition, multiplication. I can also use the subscription and description, superscript, and like this. So let me show you how it works. Begin equation, and this is like x. You have to remember it. It is not that difficult, but you have to, for example, I is equal to x y 2. Okay, so if I do it like here, so you can see I have a pretty fine equation here. Underscore means it is like subscript, and superscript is for this side. So there is a cheat sheet available for this in LaTeX. I will just show you a link in this document that how you can achieve it. But I'm just showing you that how easily you can create an equation in this LaTeX. Similarly, if I'm going to have an summation and everything, so if I go over here, and if I want to have a sum, for example this, and if I equal to 2 to 3, okay, equal to x, okay, and I. So if I do it, you can see easily it created that equation for me. So there is a full support of any kind of information that you want, any Greek letter. For example, if you are working in an equation environment and you want to display a matrix, so how will you do this? So you can equation, and you can come over here and you can select the matrix, and you can simply say that A so you can do any kind of fraction, any kind of equation that you want, and you can achieve it using this one. I think I write it differently, so yes, okay. So you can do it like this, and you can have like, let me show you where you can find these symbols. So if you are looking for any kind of symbols, you can download these two documents. This file would be shared with you, and you can see any kind of symbols that you want, you can include them in your equation and it support all of those equations. Okay, so now moving towards the algorithms, that if you are looking for algorithms and how you will do it. For algorithm, you need two libraries. One is algorithm and algorithmic. These are two libraries, and how it works, let's do it. Okay, so you can create new file with it and it will be okay. And okay. And we will begin our document. Our algorithm. And an algorithm, if you are writing an algorithm for your any kind of algorithm, so what it requires, what should be the input to that algorithm and what should be the output for that algorithm. So what would be required? Some input. Some output. Okay, and sorry, I haven't started to begin in a moment. I have to start the algorithm. Let's give it ML. And give it a label. Okay, yeah, I'm unable to see this here, so simply put it here. So. Okay, so this is the first environment. Then we gave it caption, and then we give it a label. Then we start with the algorithmic environment. Then we have some required and some ensure. An algorithm. Is there any CS student here? I mean, is there any computer science student? Okay, so you know that you have to define how the algorithms work, because I'm seeing that most of them are not computer science. So this is not majorly concerned with them, because algorithms are basically majorly used in the computer science, how a sequence work, how a workflow works. But if it refer to you, then this is how it works. So algorithm, you have to define your algorithm environment first. Then you have to define your another environment which is algorithmic. Then you have to require, and then you have to ensure. Then you have your workflow. For example, you have states and you have command. So if state x is equal to 2, these are some command. So if a is equal to 2, then state x plus plus or else return to and f. So when you do this, it will automatically show a very beautiful layout of your algorithm, which says that this was an algorithm which works on some input and it ensures some output. And this was the workflow of how it was. So X was defined as a 2, then if X A is equal to 2, then it increment that value, and otherwise else it return it 2 and NF. So this is just an example of how an algorithm works. You can play around with this algorithm using this. For example, you can define the numbering of it. Okay, so you can see it automatically gave the number. Okay, and if you want to, for example, show only the second, so you can do it like this. Okay, and you can refer it anywhere you want. So the similarly like table, you can refer it as well. For example, this is and and you can just refer it. And it will be shown over there. Similarly, if you want to show it as a list of algorithm, so you can use this in your thesis at the first page. And this is a list of algorithms, so you can have everything there. So this was algorithm. Okay.
Sorry, yes, I think we're running out.
Yeah, that's why I'm also rushing. So I think it's enough. Is there enough time for us?
We'd probably better just leave it for questions rather
Okay,
than
okay,
to Beamer.
okay. Because it's getting. So is there any question? Did you learn something today?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things that you can do. I mean, you can create different layout diagrams, and you can do. I personally I write my CV, my documents, my everything in it because it's very handy and it gives you more power to control your data. So that's it. Yes.
This is just a small thing, but sometimes typing in the commands, I notice like there's these brackets that we're using right now, but there's also just the square ones. And there'll be the same command, but one option for both and one option for.
Yes.
What's the difference between the block brackets?
Like I shown you the table and the figures. Like if I don't mention the H, where I specifically tell the diagram to display it here, or in the top, or so those are the optional. If you don't provide those arguments, then that means that LaTeX will handle it for you. But if you provide them, then LaTeX will do what you ask for. So these are the optional. So I stated that in the beginning, there are some optional arguments and some are not optional.
So basically, whatever goes in the curly braces is obligatory. You have to specify it, and the square brackets is you can specify it if you like, but if not, there are defaults, and LaTeX will handle it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Can you mention again what's the package for mathematical equation?
Okay, it's this one. Yes, this one. It's the equation that we show you. This one.
Yeah. Any other questions? Can you have a look if there is anything in the chat? Yeah, as I said in the chat, I will send you all a follow-up email with slides on the video once it's uploaded to YouTube on the files, I hope. So you won't be left stranded without any notes. So yeah, if there aren't any more questions, I think we should thank our presenter for a brilliant introduction. Yeah, and as I mentioned, we have a second workshop on LaTeX in 2 weeks. One more advanced topics, so you're all welcome to register for it. I sent a link to the chat. It will be on the 2nd of December in the same room, same time. It's also a Monday, I think. So yeah, thanks. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I should stop the recording here. Yeah.